Well, this is where we're at with the spoiler. Up on the bench. Perhaps this just shows you this side. This is the kitty hair to tie all the aluminum pieces together to make that one piece. And then these brass bolts right here, these are toilet bolt flanges, so that way they don't rust, and they have a big thick flat head on them, because I didn't want them protruding up in here. And I tapped these holes, tapped everything. They're 1/4-20. And this all thread is on here just to protect this threads, because I don't know where it's going to land inside that, because there's double wall thicknesses in there. So that's that. So kitty hair kind of roughed it up a little bit to get it ready to accept the plastic body enhancer. And this is just the very first coat, and I'm quite pleased with it, actually. This is my first time doing any of this stuff. So because I wanted these studs to be part of the spoiler, not a secondary part. I had to mechanically attach them, and then I wanted everything to disappear. So now it makes this curved thing kind of hard to hold, to work on. You can't really just throw it in a vise. So this is where we're at. And I've got this little handy dandy little thing right here. And man, let me tell you, this thing here, it's handy. But on something like this, because it's got a pivot point, and this all, until everything is where it needs to be, you don't want to, because you don't want to be moving anything. And so the Bondo first coat. And I made some templates. Made one template, and this template will of course flip, and everything comes off of the center line. So it says RS right there, and one being the outside edge, and second, and that's to go right there, and just to kind of give me, so I can get that rough zone in. I don't know how else to say it. I guess if I did it every day, I could figure it all out. And the center zone one here that I made template, I used that as my screed. I just threw that in there and just kind of like did that, and just, kind of let it do its own business. And so now, of course, I got to go this way with it. And that way, I think the consistency, at least if you get, the biggest portion of it, if you get in the ballpark and then kind of sneak up on it, I don't know. So that's that. I'm kind of happy with it. Actually I am. Whether or not it goes on the car, I don't know. I only had one negative comment on it, and I will take it at heart, and I have. So we'll come around here to the front, and I still just can't get the front figured out. Gosh, I still can't. Well, I guess maybe you can kind of see it, right? That's straight out right there. But I've got to put a bend in it. you know, and obviously I don't have a 6-foot brake. And I do have a bead roller, and I could do that action. And you know, and I don't mind doing the die cuts with the grinder, you know, dot 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 dot. But I've come to the realization, because I was trying to follow the pop out for the license plate right here, you know, because I wanted this to look like it came on a 1966 Chevelle, you know, as an aftermarket product, you know, that a kid in 1975 could, you know, go down to the speed shop and buy. But that was my attempt, and but you can't break it on that back point. You'd have to have double brakes in there, and you'd have to have a step. I'd like to have it essentially like the 69 Camaros, the looks too whale-taily steel to me. So if I do the dot 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 with the grinder, you know, and then weld up those dot dot dots, that way I could put it on the car and kind of do like until I get it right. And then of course I'll put a quarter round edge on the lip there, and then just wrap the whole thing with fiberglass. That's kind of was my plan. And the reason why fiberglass is because, you know, if this stays on the car, sorry, as low as it is, you know, and it's going to be even lower. It's going to hit something, because, you know, the plastic ones already do. And I mean, even on my truck, they do. So if it's fiberglass, you know, then maybe, you know, if it gets damaged, or when it gets damaged, I can just do a little fiberglass repair. So that's the thought process there. But the headliner was this bad boy right here. Once again, fiberglass kitty hair, and then you know, there's a little cove in here, right here, and then this is the first skim coat of plastic body enhancer, and I'm telling you guys, this stuff right here, awesome. I love it. I mean, if you don't get it sanded, you know, right away that same day, it ain't the end of the world. I mean, you don't have to take the grinder to it, you know. And, you know, I've used that Bondo brand stuff forever. And I could have swore a couple of times I saw sparks fly using that stuff. No kidding. So, yeah. And here's the hole locations. I made a template for those, you know, for the studs on the spoiler. And this is what I'm talking about in here. If you can see, you see there's a double deck right there. And so my hope is, what I'm trying for, if you look down the line here, see how this screw hole here, I want to catch both. You know, I'm trying to catch two layers. You know, instead of having it just, you know, like be down in a single, well, you know, 2-layer area or 3-layer. You know what I'm trying to say. I want it to mount up here. I might not get my way. I might have to just do a bigger hole here and then have it up in there. I don't know. Wow. More things just keep popping up, you know. Oh, that's the decals. I just kind of got them hanging on there with a magnet right now, just to, I guess, to store the damn things. I'm probably going to take this. I don't know that I like it black, but nah, it's going to go black. It'll go black. I don't think it was ever red. They were never red. I mean, I'm putting a spoiler in the car and I'm worried about it. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it look like a kid in 1975 bought a car that was 9 years old. And just started building and buying whatever speed parts were available. That's what I'm trying to do. So having said that, have a good one, everybody, man. Later.